first book I want to talk about is Hitchcock and Truffaut.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Alfred Hitchcock.
That kid gets no tip.
So special, it even was made into a film itself by Kent Jones, and this is the DVD. The book itself, Mama Jawapin, big. But it is the holy Bible of filmmaking knowledge. Think about two masters of craft sitting and just talking about film for hours. It's based on the 1962 exchange between Hitchcock and Truffaut, in which the two directors spent a week in a room at Universal Studios talking about movies. Hitchcock, who came of age as a director in the silent era, became a force of cinema. Although not taken too seriously in the United States, he was revered overseas for his vision and skill. My favorite part about this book is when they discuss lighting.
Alors, il y avait le cinéma américain.
But there were American
Well, I was
films.
attracted more to the American cinema
Mais
than I
j'étais
was
plus
to the
attiré au
British.
film américain
Much more.
que...
Il y
For
avait Chaplin,
example,
Griffith.
What did you have, Chaplin, Griffith?
Chaplin and Griffith and the early Paramount pictures.
Les films.
They were called famous players in
Les
those
famous
days.
players de Paramount, les films,
Ouais.
famous players.
Il y avait
pardon.
Keaton, Buster Keaton apparemment.
Mary
Yes,
Pickford
yes.
et Douglas Fairbanks, famous players.
Douglas Fairbanks, Mary Pickford.
Ouais. Qu'est-ce qui vous plaisait le mieux?
And also,
What did you prefer?
also the films of Decla Bioskop.
You know, you can talk about certain parts of filmmaking and then you kind of hit a stride, and I feel like this book, when it talks about lighting, really did that for me. Lighting has always been kind of like, not an Achilles heel, but it's always been one of the things that I think makes or breaks filmmaking. Again, like a lot of people will say it's sound or writing or acting, but for me, one of the things I always look for is good lighting. And this book really gave me some insights into how other people can use lighting either for dramatic effect or to like silhouette someone or to just make a world, especially with black and white film, which you have to imagine that that's the medium that they were working in for the larger part of their early lives in filmmaking. Both Truffaut and Hitchcock started out in black and white films. So to see their ideas kind of come through, you have to imagine a world where there's no color. And light can be a thing that makes or breaks a scene, especially when you're talking about a dramatic scene or a scene in which you're trying to build suspense, or you're introducing a character and you want them to either be good or bad. Lighting really suggests a lot of things in film. So I highly suggest, even if you're not somebody who's interested in making films or you're not a filmmaker, checking out, watching not only the DVD, Hitchcock and Truffaut, but reading the book, because it is a window into two of filmmaking's larger personalities' view of filmmaking. And it's very interesting. You know, very few people I think can find a medium or a job or something that they love. One of my favorite things about art in general, I think a lot of people talk about how, you know, you separate the artist and the art, but for me it's always been the artist who seems to kind of embody their own art, that, you know, everything they see, whether it's an inventor, a writer, a painter, you know, it's their view of the world, and I think that that's important, especially now. And if there's nothing else that humans were put on this planet for, I do believe it is to create. You know, not just other little humans, but any other thing that we can figure out to do. Thanks so much, and I hope you enjoy Hitchcock. Truffaut.